Everyone, please welcome Nia Sioux joining us this morning here at iHollywood TV. Nia, hello!
Hello!
Oh my goodness! You know what, I was telling her before we even hopped on here, I'm like, girl, look at you. She's got the makeup going, popping, lip glossing, got the outfit going. She's ready for this virtual interview, okay?
Thank you. You know what? I am ready. I am ready because I'm excited to talk to you about the new movie and what's to come.
So Nia, let's go ahead and jump right into our conversation. So Imperfect High is a follow-up to the 2015 hit movie Perfect High, which starred Bella Thorne. Talk to us about that and share the overall premise to this new Lifetime movie.
Yes, of course. So Imperfect High is about a young girl in high school. Her name is Hannah, played by me. And she ends up moving to a new city because her mom gets a new job. And after she moves there, I mean, she's always struggled with anxiety disorder. So once she moves, it starts getting a lot harder for her. She's trying to fit in, she's trying to find her place, and unfortunately falls down the hole of substance abuse and drugs.
Now, how is it like to work with the amazing Sherri Shepherd as she plays your mother in the film?
Yes. Oh my God. I love Miss Sherri. Oh my gosh. She is, I mean, first of all, just like an icon to work with. And to now, like have her in my life, like as a mentor, as like a mother figure as well. It's pretty amazing. She is so sweet. Definitely Mama Bear, and she is hilarious. And I had the best time on set with her and have just learned so much from, getting to know her.
As part of the movie's debut, Lifetime will share the hotline and resource information for Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration on air and across their social media platforms. I think this is so important, and I think it's really wonderful to see a movie helping others in their own personal life. Wouldn't you agree, Nia?
Yeah, for sure. I am so happy that they're giving that hotline, helping people, get the help that they need. Because honestly, as a whole, I hope this movie can help encourage people if they are using drugs or abusing drugs, and I hope that they can get the help that they need and not be embarrassed to seek the help. I think it's hard sometimes to get the help because you feel scared and you feel like there's no one there out there to help. And I'm really I really hope that it can touch people and for people to realize that there's always a way and someone can always help and you're not alone.
So as mentioned, you said your character Hannah suffers from an anxiety disorder. This is very common in young adults, but how important was it for you to portray Hannah on screen?
Well, that's why I love Hannah so much, is because she's very relatable, especially to teens right now. There are so many people right now, especially young adults, who have anxiety. I relate to Hannah because I have anxiety, probably not on the scale of hers, but I still deal with anxiety, and
Me too.
yeah, exactly. And it's very common. It is very common. And I feel like there's a spike right now in, the people who have anxiety right now. I think with social media and just life in general with COVID, there's so many factors that create all these layers and create all of this, anxiety in everyone's lives. So I think that this character, Hannah, can relate to a lot of people.
Why does it look like you're about to tell me that the fish in the tank isn't actually Mr. Bubbles?
It's in Chicago.
Chicago? Like, move to Chicago? No. No way. No.
I know it's a lot to take in.
What are you even talking about? What about school? What about my friends? Our whole lives are here.
Hannah, you know how long I've been looking.
So keep on looking.
If there were anything out there, I would. Baby, these opportunities are 1 in a million. And listen, I found a nearby high school that has a top-tier magnet arts program. It's supposed to be phenomenal and really well-connected. And baby, all we have to do is submit some of your drawings. You've been starved for better art classes.
Hannah just wants to be accepted, honestly, she just wants to have friends. She wants a sense of community, and going to a new school, it can be scary sometimes. So, befriending her friend group and, maybe doing things she shouldn't really be doing, because You know, because when you're in that place and you feel like you're by yourself and you feel like you need something to help you feel better, like a crutch in a way, you can do some things that you may not, you probably wouldn't do in the first place if you didn't have anxiety, and she's trying to, self-medicate with medication, and she becomes addicted to it, and it's so easily, and that's another thing. A lot of people don't realize how easy it is to get addicted to drugs as well. And I think that's really important for families to realize that as well, like that it can be anyone. Hannah is literally the girl next door. She's a nice girl. She's a regular girl, and it can happen to anyone. And I know a lot of parents will say, like, not my kid. My kid would never do that. Sometimes parents do not know what's going on in their kids' lives. So that's why it's so important for them to have that dialogue, that open dialogue with their kids, with no judgment, and really being there for them to make sure that they don't fall into the kind of hole that Hannah did.
And of course, Hannah's mom, played by Sherri Shepherd, she had no clue what was going on. She was just starting this new job, and she had so much meetings back to back, and everyone calling and texting her from work. So when she found out, I love the moment when she found out, and she was like trying to get Hannah, and Hannah's running off, to this boy that she seems to love. I was like, get her, Sherri. Get her now. Bring her back right now. I was like, It really is a good movie. It's really a great lesson in a teaching manner. Nia, I applaud you for being a part of something like this because you have such a credible following on social media. Young girls and guys, they look up to you. And, I want you to share with our audience the message of how important it is to not be the perfect person on social media, to fit in with the it crowd or just to be themselves. I feel like nowadays we look and we want to put a filter over our face and think, I want to look like that,
Of course. I mean, social media is a blessing and a curse. Like there are great things to it, and there are also some really negative things to it. And social media in general it's really just people's highlight reels, and when you're seeing that all the time, you can sometimes get in a rut and be like, oh my gosh, well, I'm not doing enough, and that can create a lot of anxiety. So I feel like whenever you're on social media, you have to like take it for what it is, and you have to be like, look, you have to be a critical thinker. You have to be, it's all about media literacy, honestly, reading into it and be like, you know what, like they're doing amazing, but like you have no idea what goes on behind that screen. It's kind of like Hannah, like nobody really knew what was going on with her. Her mom didn't know. It's kind of like the same thing on social media. On the front, it looks like everything is perfect, but you have no idea what someone is going on in their actual life. So it's great to really think about what you're, taking in on social media. And I try my best to, be out as authentic as I can on social media and, be a good role model, but I also not perfect, and no one is. No one's perfect. So I feel like the more that, especially the young people, young adults, can look and see that half of social media is fake, the better.
Yes, it is. I mean, you never know. It's like what you just said. We put on this mask, when we're out into the public eye.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no need to don't stress too much about what you see on the internet. It's great because we get to connect with friends. We get to be informed on events that are happening, important subjects, things that we can get behind. But it's also important to know whenever you see people living their best lives that it's great, but you have no idea what people are really going through.
Absolutely. You really don't. Yep, and they don't know what you're going through either. Absolutely, that's right, Nia. Now, I want to kind of touch on, because, through the movie, we see the process of Hannah, getting addicted to pills. And, of course, I was noticing when I was watching the screener of the movie how they would, do the makeup to make it look like Hannah was looking worse and worse as the days would go on, as she would be popping these pills. How did that go down? How was the transformation to try to make, someone look more as if they were addicted to pills than what they were at the beginning? How was that like? Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, it was actually kind of scary to see myself sometimes after they put the makeup on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like like a completely different person, like it's almost like you can't recognize yourself. And those last moments of the film, whenever like I look at myself in the mirror, it kind of, you really see that drastic change from, the first scene in the movie where I'm all, I look nice, I'm put together, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and then the end, during the end where it gets really rough, you can definitely see that progression of, the drugs really hitting me.
Oh my goodness, yes, and everyone will see that in the movie. Now we have a clip that we're going to take a look at of you in action in Imperfect High. Let's take a look at this clip.
Oh, hey, you. What's wrong?
I missed my afternoon art class. I'm supposed to be prepping for my big review. I didn't feel good last night. I hardly slept. The Xanny didn't even work. And then, this morning, I couldn't even keep my eyes open.
Huh. Well, it sounds like you're building a tolerance. You're gonna need to take more if you want them to keep working.
I'm almost out, though.
Me too. I'll be getting them from Blake, and he's been taking more. Maybe your doctor can up the dosage?
I just need to get back to normal. I just have so much work to do.
It's okay.
Nia Sioux, you are absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us here at iHollywood TV. You take care. Have a great rest of your day. And everyone be sure to tune in to Imperfect High. It's going to be the movie, I feel like, for the fall season on Lifetime that everyone definitely needs to watch. It's going to be a great message behind it and something that I think will really teach us all of what drugs and an anxiety disorder does to someone. Nia, you take care and have a good day. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.